Forza Change Consulting channel, where you can find latest sharing change management best practices to guide you on your change journey. Subscribe and like us to stay tuned for new updates. Hi guys, we have reached the 6th sessions of our Fundamental of Organization Change series. Today, we will discuss the third skill that we need to be competent of when we are leading through change effort. It's conflict resolution. A quick recap of the 3 skills that we need to be competent for as the second pillar of our change model are problem solving, process thinking, and conflict resolution. We need to have these 3 skills because we need to have the ability to understand cause and effect, the ability to understand activities, and the ability to understand people. The first thing that we need to understand about resolving conflicts is that it is a very complex process. When we see a conflict completely solved, what we see is just the tip of what is really happening around the conflict and also within the people in the conflict, as you can see in this diagram. We will not have time to discuss this influence pyramid from our junior institute here. But if you're interested to find out more about this method, feel free to leave a comment below so we can have a separate discussions about this. There are 3 main reasons of conflicts when it comes to organizational change. Mostly they are technical, political, and cultural based resistance that cause the conflict. Technical is about not understanding how the new change works. It requires learning of new skills. This is part of the reason why horse carriages remain on the street for quite a while, even after cars are already mass produced. It took cars 10 years to replace horse carriages in the US alone. Political resistance is caused by fear. Fear that the change fails, that we cannot follow the different new process, and fear that we will become irrelevant in the organization, powerless, and losing control. It took us 40 years to accept that fresh lime juice can prevent and cure scurvy among sailors, despite a good amount of data to back up. And this is caused by fear of failure among medical professionals from lack of further understanding of the case. Cultural resistance is the hardest to overcome. We mentioned during our culture pillar discussion that it is best to find a way to drive change within an existing culture, belief, and mindset instead of going against it in the beginning. Early wins, successful pilot projects, and successful proof of concept will be required at least to resolve this type of conflict. The last thing we need to know is that during managing reorganizational change, resolving conflicts will require a platform of change. We know that there are fear of failures, lack of trust, lack of skill, and other type of resistance the change effort is facing. We call this negative loads on the change balance that we illustrate here. A working platform is required to plan to address these resistances, minimize impact of failures, guide people through the plan, and addressing other inputs that will ease up these obstacles and lighten up the negative loads on this change balance. This working platform should also add more positive loads on the change balance through providing various benefits that people can feel. The more positive loads exist on the balance compared to the negative loads, the more traction we can grab to support the organizational change. Alright guys, that concludes our summary on what we need to understand to be able to resolve conflict. Feel free to contact us if you would like to know more about any of the applications here. We have also completed the discussions of competencies that are needed to support any change initiative. This is the ability to understand cause and effect, the ability to see activities, and the ability to understand people. So we will start discussions about practical actions in the next session. See ya!